So you've already dropped thousands on IV drips and peptides and stem cells, maybe even dropped a few grand on lab tests, but you still wake up stiff, a little bit foggy, and even though you train hard, your body doesn't always feel like it's cooperating with you. And I get it because I'm training for the Olympics while scaling a business, so I don't have room to feel off. And so that's why every supplement I'm about to share with you actually works, or I wouldn't waste my time with it. And no, it's not TRT or some sketchy test boosters that an influencer sells. Because when you're training at this level, guys, you can get tested at any time. So everything I use is clean and natural. So these are the tools that help me train 2 to 4 hours a day, then shift straight into deep focused work without naps and endless caffeine. All right, guys, supplement number one isn't called herbal doping for no reason. This right here is the money maker. Easily one of the most potent formulas I've ever used, and that's seriously not an exaggeration. It's basically this secret blend of herbs that was passed down by a Chinese general who relied on it to rebuild his body after a lifetime of depletion. So he used it in the later stages of his life to regenerate his vitality and his strength and stamina at a time where most men were falling apart. So this blend is going to work on something of what Chinese medicine calls your jing, essentially your core essence, your body's battery, so to speak. And it fuels not just your physical strength, but also your sexual energy, your drive, and your long-term resilience. And when Jing is low, you're gonna feel drained. You're gonna recover slower, you're gonna age faster, and your edge just kind of dulls. But when it's strong, then you're gonna feel unshakable. Your workouts are gonna feel cleaner, your libido is gonna be stronger, and your energy doesn't dip, it actually builds. And so this formula is going to include your powerful tonics like your deer antler velvet that are known to actually restore hormonal balance and boost natural testosterone production without frying your nervous system like a lot of other supplements do. For me, it's just improved my stamina, my output, even my drive. All of that stuff climbs when I'm on this stuff consistently. And it's the kind of upgrade that you just feel in your body. Now, full transparency, this is the one thing I'm unfortunately going to have to gatekeep because it's not for everybody. This stuff is medicinal grade, custom compounded by a clinical acupuncturist that I work with. And it's powerful enough that I need to make sure it actually fits your physiology before recommending it. So the only way to access it is through my program. And I'm really not just saying that as a sales tactic. I'm really saying it to protect you because inside Mind Your Movement, you're going to get all the tools and the guidance and all that to know exactly when something like this is appropriate for you based on your imbalances, your symptoms, and your energy patterns. Supplement number two is cordyceps extract. And mushrooms, I'm sure you guys have seen, have been gaining more and more popularity lately. And honestly, it's for good reason because cordyceps isn't one of those BS supplements that gives you a quick little jittery energy spike and just leaves you feeling wrecked hours later. It actually works at the root level. All of these supplements do, but this one helps your body produce more cellular energy or ATP so that you feel a real difference in your stamina and endurance and focus. ATP basically is the fuel that your cells run on. So your brain, your muscles, all of that. So when you increase ATP production, you're literally giving your body and your mind more energy to perform. And so more clean energy is going to mean more output in your workouts and sharper thinking in your business. I personally take it before my hard training days, and I come back and still feel sharp enough to hit a full afternoon of deep work without crashing. So again, it's clean and steady fuel that actually builds your body up instead of just borrowing energy that you don't really have. All right, supplement number three. So everyone loves to talk about how to increase energy, but the truth is, guys, your performance is only as good as your ability to actually rest. So if your nervous system can't really downshift, then you're not fully recovering. So that constant low level tension is going to bleed into your training and your business. And that's where reishi comes in. So this is one of the most well-respected mushrooms in traditional Chinese medicine, and they call it the mushroom of immortality. So it's been used for centuries to basically calm the nervous system, nourish the spirit, so to speak, and promote deep recovery from a physical and a mental level. I use it to wind down and regulate my nervous system and basically get deeper, more restorative sleep. But it's not just about sleep, guys. Reishi actually supports your parasympathetic state throughout the day. So that means you're going to be less reactive and more emotionally balanced. And basically, you won't get pulled out of flow so easily when stuff gets stressed or stressful. So cordyceps is what I use to go, and then reishi is what I use to rebuild. Supplement number 4, lion's mane, yet another mushroom, is going to ramp up your focus like crazy, guys. So this one's been shown to stimulate something called nerve growth factor, which supports your brain function and your memory and neuroplasticity. So simply put, it's going to help you think faster and focus deeper and stay sharper across longer blocks of time. So I'll take it before deep work blocks, writing, content creation, basically anything I need to be locked in and creative without feeling wired and jittery. And again, what I love is that it's not some cracked out stimulant. It just supports your actual brain health so that your thoughts are clearer and your nervous system stays steadier. So if you're an entrepreneur who trains hard, and obviously you got to think hard too, right? This stuff is an absolute cheat code. Supplement number 5 is turkey tail. I swear, guys, this is the last mushroom. But honestly, this is the most underrated one of them all because while the others are more performance forward, this one's all about resilience. So, turkey tail is packed with something called beta glucans, which is a compound that's going to help regulate your immune system. And it's not just going to boost your immune system in a gimmicky way, right? But it's actually going to stabilize it so that your body doesn't either overreact or under respond. And so, when you're training hard and working long hours and just pushing your system on all fronts, the last thing you want is to get derailed by some cold or a low grade kind of flu. And I take it every day because honestly, the best way to stay consistent is to just not get knocked off course. Supplement number 6 are goji berries. These are probably the most slept on thing in this whole stack. You guys are probably going to be like, what? That's not even a supplement. But guys, trust me, most people just think of this as some superfood to sprinkle on smoothie bowls. But in traditional Chinese medicine, these babies have been used for centuries to nourish what they call yin. So that basically means just restoring your body's deep reserves, promoting hydration at a cellular level, and essentially helping your tissues actually rebuild. So everyone's out here pounding electrolytes and chugging water and wondering why they still feel dry and dehydrated. But this is the kind of deep tissue hydration you're not going to get from an element packet. It's what keeps your joints smooth and your energy stable and your system essentially balanced, especially if you train hard. Personally, I've noticed my joints feel more lubricated, my skin be clearer, and less of that fried feeling after a training block that goes on for hours and deep work session as well. And good thing too, they're packed with antioxidants and they taste good as well. So you can just throw them into a hot tea or even just eat them straight. All right, 7th and final supplement. I don't have a bottle for this. I just ordered some more. Magnesium glycinate. This is one of those boring, basic ones that is actually really elite when you just use it the right way. So I take it every night because it hits 2 birds with 1 stone. So number 1, it's going to calm the nervous system so that I'm not wired at bedtime. And number 2, it replenishes mineral stores that get drained by hard training and a lot of thinking and stress. So most entrepreneurs I see are just walking around with low levels of this stuff and they don't even realize it. So that's that twitchy feeling, being overstimulated, not being able to shut your brain off, crashing hard and waking up like you didn't really sleep that well. That's all signs that your nervous system is stuck in overdrive. So magnesium glycinate is actually different from other forms because it's going to actually absorb well and it's not going to destroy your gut like the citrate or the oxide versions. And it also helps your system come down gently so that you can hit some deep quality sleep. And that's going to mean more recovery, more hormone balance, and more clarity the next day. So if you're running your body and your brain this hard, then this one is not optional. It's really foundational. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the 7 supplements that I use to operate like an absolute machine without breaking down. And obviously, this isn't a totally comprehensive list. I mean, I switch things up depending on where I'm at in my training cycle and what my body actually needs to replenish in that moment. But these are the supplements that have stood the test of time for me. And for most high performing athletes and entrepreneurs, this is going to be a really good place to start. So, that being said, even great supplements won't work if they're not aligned with what your body actually needs. And so that's why every client inside Mind Your Movement gets access to a custom GPT that we built that's trained to assess your body the same way that a Chinese medicine practitioner would. And so it's going to ask you the right questions and evaluate your imbalances and basically help you tailor your supplements and nutrition to match your specific physiology and nervous system state. So if you're serious about optimizing your performance both in training and in business, just hit the link below and book a demo call and see if Mind Your Movement is a fit. And we'll walk you through how it works, answer any questions, and if all is good, then I'll personally onboard you. I'll license you the full Mind Your Movement system, and I'll coach you every step of the way. And that way your body can actually fuel the empire that you're building. So book a call below, and I'll see you in Mind Your Movement.